Welcome everybody to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Naruto episode 111. What happened last time?
Last time Shikamaru he was given the task by Tsunade of going to retrieve Sasuke because all the Jonin, probably all the other Chunin as well, are out actually doing other missions.
They're either doing missions or defending the village.
Yeah.
I feel like they kind of undersold that part, but being that the Hidden Leaf Village is still being rebuilt, they're still very strapped for resources and they can't afford to look weak by, like, not taking on missions.
I remember they talked about that before.
Yeah. No, I know. That, like, Aruka and everyone talked about that, but Tsunade made it sound like, oh, well, we just sent all our fucking ninja out of the village, which is kind of true. Yeah, anyway, sorry.
Anyway, of course, the one guy who's the perfect guy for this task is still in town and newly made a Chunin. So he rounds up all the boys, just the boys, and Rock
doesn't even mention the girls.
Looks like we've got everyone, guys. Sakura shows up. Oh, this bitch! I was hoping she wouldn't come out here.
And the one guy the one boy that would have been perfect for this mission, fucking Shino, is out with his dad.
Yeah.
Because he literally would have been perfect for this mission. Anyway.
We're heading out, and then at the very end, they were the four guys who were like, "Oh yes, Sasuke, you're in charge now." Then they were like, "Haha, we're going to kill you now, Sasuke," which is weird.
You got a couple theories?
I had a couple theories about that. We'll see what happens this episode.
A lot of stuff going on in the story. The last couple episodes have been fucking awesome. This arc is really good. The opening's really good. And we're ready to get into it. If you want to get 4 episodes ahead, you can go to our Patreon, patreon.com/boldcast. 4 episodes ahead on Naruto, as well as ahead on a bunch of other shows that we're doing, so go check that out. If you're interested, and OP reaction, uncuts, and OVA and movie reactions, a bunch of cool stuff, go check out the tiers there if you're interested. But before we get into this is not a market substitute. We are not providing a free copy. We use some of the footage in our videos as a reference to help you understand what we're talking about and give context for our reaction, our review, but not to repost the content. We ask you to support the official release. With that, we're going to get into this Naruto episode 111. Let's go.
Also, what I was thinking the first time that I saw this was, oh, for once at least they're not pretending that the girls are characters in the opening. Also, imagine how dumb it would be if, like, Sasuke left and then, like, they were like, we're gonna kill you, and then they actually killed him. This is what happens when you leave the Leaf Village, you traitor.
This is a test, and you failed. We're agents from the Hidden Leaf Village.
I just had something else to say.
Oh.
The guy who, like, also, like, had, like, the curse mark, like, coming on him was actually just Anko. It was me. I was testing your allegiance to us or Orochimaru. You failed. Kills him.
I made a pact with Kakashi. He said that you could control the curse mark, but I wasn't so sure. It's a shame you didn't die with the rest of your miserable clan.
Oh, here we go.
Doo-doo.
He's dying just this once.
I love just this once.
Once?
He says it like, what the fuck are you talking about? Can you stop scratching your ass and looking at me?
Awakening pills. What's it for?
Those pills will stimulate and magnify its
Oh, so he has to, like,
a level 2.
a level 2.
One problem. After that, once the transition is complete, your power may even be equal to ours. Unfortunately, the fact remains that even with all these preparations, you'll still have to die. What'll happen after that? Not to worry.
Not too much.
My friends and I are here. And I'm supposed to trust you guys to make sure this half-death doesn't end up being the real thing?
Listen, Sasuke. Don't forget who we are. Orochimaru's hand-picked bodyguards.
What do you mean, don't forget? How would he ever have known that?
One thing's for sure. I can't afford to die. Not yet.
You're just gonna take drugs from strangers?
I guess I'm in your hands.
He just takes the whole thing, takes a shot.
lose him.
Why wouldn't you do it first?
A barrel.
Now!
Whoa.
This is really advanced stuff. If I remember correctly, there is a technique exact. Holy fuck.
Sealing jutsu!
Really advanced shit. There's a technique literally exactly like that in Dragon Ball Z. I think it's called the Evil Containment Wave.
Who would have ever guessed that this mission would turn out to be such a tough one?
I never noticed it until just now. Jonin.
Stay here while we check it out.
It's all fucking
Right.
Jonin.
Come on.
Right. Get ready! They work for Orochimaru.
Ah, shit.
Judging from the path these four are taking, I guess they've just come from the village hidden in the leaves.
I always thought he was so cool. Genma is his name.
What you got in the coffin?
Fighting two Jonin at once? I'm trembling at the prospect.
Whoa. They all got a different pattern.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of fighting going on.
I'm so happy the other two stayed behind.
Yeah, right, Shizune as well.
They all have curse marks.
That was nice.
Where are they? It's been too long.
So you think maybe something's happened to him?
Let's go find
I thought you were
out.
Jonin.
Right.
This is the shit that I hate. But whatever.
He smells blood. Somewhere nearby.
Yeah, that's kind of dumb because, like, why would they stay behind? Like, what are you are you guarding that fucking tree?
It would make sense if maybe one stayed behind. Just
No, you don't want to leave them alone because then they could get fucking taken out alone. Why not just all go together? Like, what are you staying there for? None of them were injured or, like, had a reason to stick around. Ah, fuck. Luckily, you have your Tsunade's fucking legislation of adding a medical ninja to every squad.
This isn't good.
And it's Shizune. She have sleeves like that.
Both have been taken down. It's impossible.
Stabilize him.
I'm going, Shizune. I'm going to find them and make them pay.
This
No,
guy must be a
won't.
Chunin.
What? What do you mean? She's right, Iwashi. They were using jutsu beyond the powers of mere shinobi. If you go after them, you'll only be killed.
Genma. That's enough talking.
This is turning out to be such a drag. There's no question. We gotta go after Sasuke.
Who died and made you boss? Last time I checked, Shikamaru was in charge of running the show. It's up to him to decide.
Well, Shikamaru, since Akamaru smelled blood, my guess is that there was a battle between Sasuke's group, and if we go to the spot where they fought, we might be able to gather some useful information. Of course, we can't just rush in. It might be a trap. So when we get closer, we'll go into full reconnaissance mode and take it slowly.
And while we're doing that, Sasuke will have crossed beyond the borders of the Land of Fire and out of our hands.
Okay, Shikamaru, so what's it gonna be?
You gotta choose between getting information and just rushing ahead.
We follow Sasuke.
Way to go! I knew you'd make the right choice.
One thing.
I knew you'd do what I wanted.
These guys have already been in one fight, so they'll be on their guard. Unless they're complete idiots, they'll have to know there's gonna be more ninja on their trail.
Great.
There's a good chance we'll hit some booby traps or even an ambush up ahead. So from this point on, we
proceed with caution. I want everybody, not just Akamaru, to put all your senses on full alert. If you catch a trace of anything suspicious, sound the alarm. We want to find these guys before they find us.
Ha! Got it! And when we do find him, I'm gonna clobber him with this brand new jutsu of mine!
That Naruto, every time I turn around, he's got a new trick up his sleeve. And just when I thought I'd finally caught up to that little pain in the neck.
Not even close.
The enemy's scent is here, all around us.
Everyone stop! Look up on that tree, see that?
A paper bomb. I'm sure there's 5 more of them. A perimeter barrier. That's what it is.
A perimeter barrier? It's a type of trap ninjutsu. There's a delay after the perimeter is breached, giving the victim just enough time to get to the center of the area for the full effect. It's a tricky jutsu. I learned about it in one of the books my dad used to make me read.
Ugh. Now we gotta waste time going around it. Great.
Meanwhile, I didn't know there was that much forest between the mountain and the Hokage place. You just gotta try and walk up the stairs.
It's a lot of stairs.
It's gonna leave it there?
No, Lee. Too soon for that.
But Lady Hokage.
I know you like to push yourself, but take it easy.
No, I just have a passion for stairs.
From the operation. This is one thing you don't want to rush.
Yeah.
True.
But I need to start training. If only a little bit. Just waiting around doing nothing.
Building your physical strength isn't the only type of training you need. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? A true ninja endures hardship with patience and restraint. He knows how to wait. So just look at this as another kind of training.
A kind of training.
You don't want to hurt yourself and make things worse.
Some sake.
Huh? What is that?
It's just some medicine I made up for you. Go on, drink up. You want to get better, don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's head back, okay?
Right. Man, this whole forest is crawling with booby traps.
Yeah, but luckily they're easy to spot. These guys are moving fast and getting sloppy.
Naruto, do me a favor and watch where you're going. I don't want you blowing us all up. Wires everywhere.
Tell me something I don't know!
Naruto, hold it!
Now the question is Naruto an idiot? Oh.
Just in time. Got him. With my shadow jutsu.
Question is
Didn't I tell you to watch your step, you moron?
is Naruto an idiot, or did
there's-
Kiba fucking distract him?
One wire catches the light and is easy to see. The other is camouflaged. While you're busy avoiding the first, you trip the second. This one.
They may have stopped to rest. Perhaps one of them is injured. Or is this part of the trap?
Yakuga!
Resting.
Well, let's go! I'm dying to show you something!
To disappoint you, hotshot, but I've got a new jutsu I've been working on too.
Yeah, me too. All right, calm down. First we make a plan and get everything ready.
Can't be helped if you're gonna take on 2 Jonin level ninja. If we'd held anything back, we'd have been dead.
Have to remember that next time we go try to destroy the Leaf Village. Get fucked up by 2 Jonin, think you can destroy the entire village?
By yourselves?
Yeah, so fucking dumb. How dare you? X marks the spot. Has a lot of condensation, sorry. Why are you walking like that, Naruto? Is that your sneaking walk? Just...
That's really cool, actually.
Mm-hmm.
He's in there, inside that coffin.
You don't mean he's dead?
It's been sealed with a barrier jutsu that's hard for me to see through clearly. Considering they went through all that trouble to get him, I can't believe they'd be willing to kill him so quickly.
Let's just hope you're right.
Fuck. It's on. Holy shit!
A bit strong.
Can't hold anything back when fighting two Genin from the Hidden Leaf Village. Or a Chunin and a Genin. What'd you think of that one? Kind of a slow one, but
Yeah.
still a decent amount happened.
Back at it again with, like, those two Jonin. Anything more than that, and
We would have been
would've
done for.
It's like, wow, how convenient that there was 4 of them and 2 of them stayed behind when they could have apparently
Yeah.
easily beaten you.
And it's Shizune as well, like, she's pretty badass.
Also, it just further creates the point of, like, why were you talking so much shit about, like, look at this pathetic little village.
Yeah.
We could destroy it right now if we wanted to.
So fucking
But then, like, 2 seconds later,
cheesy.
they're like, Kakashi. And then you're like, okay, I mean, I guess it's Kakashi.
It is Kakashi.
It is Kakashi, so maybe we can give them pass. And he's like, 2 random Jonin.
Yeah.
We would have been done for if we didn't go all out.
Yeah.
And it's like, it was literally you had double the people.
4v2
And you're supposed to be,
curse
like,
mark.
Orochimaru's, like...
Chosen guard.
Yeah.
They went. They teased that they went level 2 with the curse mark.
Yeah.
So like
but
they
it's-
went full power, 4 of them against 2 Jonin, and are like destroyed after. Now whether they don't seem to be like super wounded, but like they did
I
get
think
kind
that
of
the
fucked
curse mark, like, I don't think that they even got, like, injured from the fight. I think
Mm.
we're meant to believe that just using the curse mark really takes it out of you.
up. Yeah. Because we've seen that with Sasuke with level 1, so imagine level 2.
Yeah, but it is interesting that they would go all out for literally like, it just makes me, like, no,
The power scaling
the power
gets really
scaling
fucked
is really
up.
messed up now. Definitely, because I was thinking, I was like, okay, they're, like, talking a lot of shit, and they're supposed to be powerful, but they don't seem like it, and now they really don't seem like they're powerful. If there's 4 of them, they had to go all out to the point that they would be sabotaging their any future fight for
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
Just by 2 random people that we don't even know. Like,
And by the way, Jonin. So like it gets really confusing there because like okay. I appreciate what they were trying to do. They were trying to like tease them a little bit more and give a situation to the group to like, oh, do we follow them? Do we keep going? What, we got to make a decision. You know, like it adds some tension there that's important. But choosing Jonin to do that is a poor decision for the power scaling because like, yes, they had to go. So 4 of them had to go full out to fatally wound 2 Jonin.
yeah.
Not even fully kill because Shizune saved them.
Mm-hmm.
So now, if we're meant to believe that our group of Genin and 1 Chunin are going to fight them, like, to get Sasuke back, if these 2 groups are going to go at it, are these 2 groups stronger? Is this group of Genin stronger than 2 of the best ninja in the Hidden Leaf Village?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and it's weird. Then it's just weird because now they're they're tired from using the curse mark, so they're at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
So maybe like that's like part of the thing. Now they're at like a closer level because maybe they can't use the curse mark again.
So maybe they nerfed them.
But it also is weird because I was just assuming that they would be like normally at the level of a Jonin if they're like Orochimaru's like best guys.
If they're the top.
Because Kabuto
Kabuto's
is like
Sanin level
Yeah,
almost approaching.
Kabuto is freaking like
Kakashi.
Orochimaru's like right hand man. Yeah. And he fought Tsunade and he was putting up a really good fight against like a bunch of people.
He's at this point one of the strongest.
He's one of the strongest people we know. And if that's like Orochimaru's like main guy, and these are Orochimaru's like main like group, like Kabuto is his right hand man, but this is like his like elite forces that like aren't Kabuto.
Yeah.
But they're
and they're seemingly more loyal, and they have the curse mark, which Kabuto we haven't seen him use.
We haven't seen him have it. Yeah, Kabuto's never even used that. So I was just assuming that these guys, if you're gonna be if you're gonna be one of Orochimaru, who's like super powerful and super evil, if you're gonna be like in his group at all, other than just like a shitty like expendable, you need to be super powerful.
Well, then
it's just kind of weird.
It's weird writing-wise, but it also kind of makes sense because, like, where do you think Orochimaru gets all his fucking ninja?
That's the other thing. It's like, it makes sense, but it's also weird because I'm sure
he's either brainwashing people, like he gets it. The 3 sound ninja we saw, the Genin, were like people that he found. Presumably, we saw Zaku's backstory, where like he found them somehow and gave them like sort of. Made a pact with them like he's a literal god and like gave him power in exchange for their servitude. You know, so like he's getting weak people, training them up to the point where they're powerful enough to help him, or they're like experiments like with his curse mark thing. We don't know what the fucking deal with that is, or with Kabuto we have no idea what their like situation is.
But then like some people must be like leaving, but even then I don't. But I guess maybe he's not too concerned about training them up as much as he maybe would be. Because of the curse mark is like makes them artificially powerful. Maybe that's sort of the thing.
But they are very skilled. They know sealing jutsu
and
barrier jutsu. They know some really complicated shit.
So I don't know. It's just sort of like a super weird situation of like some things they're really good at, but then they have to go all out in a fight that was already an unfair fight in their favor to begin with.
A way to fix this whole thing would be, don't make it Jonin. Make it, like you said that Chunin went out as well. Make it fucking like a squad with Aruka. That would be great because Aruka literally said, Naruto, we gotta take all the missions we can get. We gotta like buckle down and get together as a village. And then have Aruka be in like mortal danger against these guys because he's just a Chunin. He's not a Jonin. So
but
like
he's
have
the
him
teacher
be
at the school, so
he is a teacher at the school, but he was saying he had that whole speech about how we have to take missions and have to pitch in and help out. If he was like, if we had like a side story or like a side scene of him like with the squad, like, I haven't been on a mission in like 5 years, I don't think, since I started teaching at the academy. It's gonna be great to get my feet wet again or whatever, and then like his squad gets fucking like runs into this group. That would have been so dope if that happened. That would have given us some crazy stakes because we don't really know the 2 guys who fought. We know Genma. We've seen them around, but we don't have an attachment to them. You know?
Yeah, and we don't know of like their level. So like because like we know Kakashi is a Jonin, but he's like exceptional. He's like widely regarded as being
famous.
Super dangerous and very powerful. So I don't use him as like a determination of how strong everyone else in the same level is.
He's not your average Jonin.
Because he's not the normal. He's the exceptional version of that. So then when there's random people, I put them at like a peg lower. But then I guess at the same time, if they were worried about, like, one Kakashi, but then, like, 2 of these other guys would equal Kakashi, maybe? I don't know. I'm just, like, thinking of all the information that we have about them so far, because it kind of makes sense, but you have to, like, really work it out for it to, like,
it's not a clean placement, which is fine, because we're kind of just really introduced to these guys, but it also gets confused with the type of shit they say. And I know it's, like, villains being cocky or whatever, and there's something to be said for that, but like it just makes me think they're dumb. It doesn't make me respect them, and I think you're in the same way. If they show up and the first thing that they say is, let's calm down, everyone. Let's not destroy the village now. Let's save that for another day, as if they could do it if they wanted to. And then
And
for them to be scared off by Kakashi.
The thing is, if they literally never said that, I
would be
wouldn't have a
fine.
problem with any of
if
this.
they were smart like Kabuto and just been like, just from the beginning, like sneaky. Like if they were sneaky snakes, like slithering into the village and not like being all cocky and weird. If they were a more formidable group and not just like seemingly kind of dumb,
Yeah.
That's the problem. And that kind of fucks up the power scaling. Just them saying that, because then you think they're dumb, and if they're that dumb,
Well,
how
because at
strong
first you
they can
think,
be.
holy shit, they're so powerful.
Yeah.
And then they're scared of Kakashi, even though there's 4 of them, and then you're like...
Which would be fine if they didn't boast so
If they
high.
hadn't... Yeah, exactly. If that's the first thing, and then the second thing they say...
I know we're just going over the same shit over and over again, but, like, it does matter,
Yeah. It's just interesting because I still... Because now I'm like, oh, is, like, our group of Genin gonna beat them?
Yeah.
Like, now? Are they just
If
gonna
they're
get beat?
stronger than the
if-
2 Jonin,
Yeah.
but, like, also they have to go all out,
But, and also they're tired, so, like, are they gonna get beat? If they get beat in this situation, is it because they're tired?
Yeah.
Or is it because, they're just not that good?
Yeah. Okay, anyway, so they're putting Sasuke in this coffin.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Definitely not any of my theories were
Yeah,
correct.
I know. What? Yes, sorry, go ahead.
It seems kind of weird. Level 2, so you have to, like, kind of die for level 2 to happen. At first, I thought that they were just going to, like, have to stay in one place once they were doing that, and I was like, well, that's a horrible plan considering that there's
Wait till
people...
you get back to fucking Orochimaru.
Yeah, I was just like, why do you need to do this along the way? It's something I don't understand, but I guess because they're carrying him, maybe they want him to, like, be at that level by the time he even sees Orochimaru. Potentially. Otherwise, it wouldn't make any sense why you wouldn't just get to Orochimaru and then seal him in that box. You know?
But again, like they said, it's not their decision. Orochimaru...
Yeah, no, I know. I'm questioning,
Yeah.
like, why Orochimaru would kind of bother with that. Maybe it's just to, like, show trust. Also, maybe it's so Sasuke doesn't know how to get to Orochimaru. Just in case he betrays them. He won't know where he is. That's if he stays inside until they get there.
Yeah.
That would be like he has to prove his loyalty before he can know how to find them, potentially. Which would be smart for Orochimaru, who seemingly no one can find him right now. He's got his weird, like, bunker crypt thing. Where no one has been able to find him. He's been undetectable since he left. So, it's probably in his best interest to not let Sasuke know exactly where he is. And that also prevents him from, like, just leaving or, like, alerting anyone in case it's a trap. So, that's interesting.
Indeed. What else?
Also, they're talking about the borders for the Land of Fire. So, does that mean Orochimaru is, I guess, in a different land?
Outside the Land of Fire, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been common knowledge since.
Yeah,
they
I guess
reintroduced.
I guess I just never really thought about it of, like, I guess I wasn't really thinking of it of, like, oh, you, like, aren't really supposed to go outside of your own thing.
Well, there's nations, right? Like
but I guess I was just thinking, like, Orochimaru was in some sort of, like, no man's land type of thing, but I guess that doesn't really make any sense. I guess he's just in a different place where either they don't know that he's there, or they do know that he's there, or what's the logistics of that? Like how big are these places that...
Do you want to see a map? We saw a map.
I guess, how big are they that, like, Orochimaru could just have his place there and people wouldn't know about it? Do people, like, patrol the borders or, like, patrol the lands often to detect for any unwanted people?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I guess I'm
relatively.
I guess I'm
depends on what's
just
going on.
interested in if wherever he is, they know that he's there.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know how they got information. Well, because that's why they need to find him, because they're assuming that that it's outside of the border, but they don't necessarily.
No, I
know
meant
that.
like, does the nation that he's in aware of his presence?
Well, what they were saying with outside the border is like they could be going anywhere. If we don't pursue them, we'll lose track of them, and then we have no fucking idea where they are. They could be in the Land of Fire. They could be outside the Land of Fire. Probably outside, because they, like, the Leaf Village patrols, and, like, you know, they have a good lay of the land. They'd probably find a hideout of Orochimaru's if it was in the Land of Fire, because Orochimaru is from the Land of Fire.
Yeah.
So what they're saying, what Naruto was saying, or what they all were saying, were like, if we lose track of them, we'll fucking never find them, because they could be anywhere outside.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about outside of, like, any characters we know. To, like, if he's in the land of whatever, I wonder if anyone there, like, knows that he's in their land, basically.
Oh, okay. I see.
I'm just wondering, because all that we've really, like, actually, like, met was, like, the Sand Village, which they were previously teamed up with Orochimaru. That didn't work out too well for them. But, like, they obviously knew about him. But I'm wondering, like, is every land also, like, do they even give a shit if Orochimaru's in their land? You know what I mean? Oh, the traps, those spider webs
web.
is really, really cool.
Yeah.
Very smart thing. Because if you don't know about it, you would never suspect a shitty spider web.
Yeah.
Of anything at all.
Yes, and that guy's got fucking spider webs.
But as far as I'm aware, he only has 6 arms.
And 2
I guess 2 legs, but it's kind of...
It's 8 limbs.
I know, but I guess it's kind of weird, because, like, he doesn't have, like, 4 arms and 4 legs. He just has 6 arms and 2 legs.
I'd rather have 6 arms and 2 legs than fucking 4 legs and 4 arms. That sounds like hell. That sounds like an abomination.
6 legs and 2
The most useless spider demon of all time.
Just trying to... It's still just attached, like, to a normal body,
He's
so
a
all the
fucking
legs
hexapod.
and all the legs have to use at once. Like, they all, like, 3 on each side just, like, move normally, because you can't, like, go all at once, like a spider.
I guess you just gallop like a fucking caterpillar, like, all the legs, and then land on the front ones, and then skip forward and just, like, all 4 of them like that. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction review to this episode of Naruto. We'll see you in the next one. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.